In this video, I want to talk about how to deal with an ex-girlfriend who has an anxious attachment style. Now, when you were with them, you probably noticed these behaviors where they were obsessed, they were nervous, and they were very inconsistent with their behaviors. And it was hard to deal with them in the relationship. Now, of course, you love them because you want to be with them and you want to make sure that you care and you can help them along the way while they're overcoming this weakness. They felt overwhelmed because there were so many other things going on in their personal life, and they felt like breaking up with you would be the right decision so they can just manage everything. Now you're in no contact and you want to go through the process here. It's a long process with no contact. You want to avoid them and not reach out. And the goal of no contact is to outgrow that person. That's always the main goal. And if they come back, great, awesome. But if you're dealing with this type of woman, and let's just say they do reach out, the first thing you need to do is be casual. Make sure you respond, because if you don't, they're just going to move on very quickly, in my opinion, because they don't want to wait around and hope they get a response, and they're going to get mad and say, you know what, it's not worth it. I was right all along. Now, don't be cold. Don't be mean to her. Don't make her feel bad. She's been going through a lot during this time. Of course, you have as well. I'm not going to deny that part. But if you want her back, you have to deal with this in a way where you're okay, you want to meet up, and you want to keep it casual. Now, it's very important that you understand this next part. When you do meet up, don't just get back together right away. And the reason why I say that, because you have to remember her behaviors. If she's an anxious person and she hasn't learned during this time of being apart that she needs to work on this, do not get back together, because you're going to go through the same process again. And bring it up while you guys are having the tough conversations about what happened, and talk about this attachment style. Hold her accountable, not in a mean way, but in a way where you're like, you know what? I want to get back with you, but this is a major red flag for me. I don't want to waste your time, and I don't want to waste my time if you can't work on this. And that's perfectly fair, because now you're setting an expectation and you're also communicating to her that I can walk away, that I have a lot of good things going on. I've been upgrading my life. I'm doing very well. And if you want to get back together, I'm all for that opportunity, but you've got to work on this, because I don't want to go through this cycle again. This is why I always emphasize this part. When you guys have broken no contact and none of you have learned from the previous experience, why are you getting back together? It's a big waste of time. And if you're dealing with a woman who has these attachment styles and she hasn't learned anything, she hasn't evaluated that it's a big problem, do not get back together. Because if you guys are back together again, well, guess what's going to happen? More than likely, you're going to break up. You're going to waste another 6 months or a year of your life with a person who didn't learn the first time. Life is too short to play those kind of games. If you're not maturing, or at least trying to get better and taking accountability and recognizing that, hey, this is a problem and I acknowledge it and I'm actually working on this behavior, then what are you doing? If you both work it out and you have those tough conversations, your relationship is going to last. Don't build a relationship on sand, build it on a rock. Make sure those conversations are had. Don't be afraid to bring it up, because you don't want to waste your time as a man. You've done all this work. Why go backwards? Hope you guys enjoyed this video today. Thanks for sticking to the end. Go check out my other video where I talk about if your girlfriend's asking for space. Love to hear your thoughts on how you've dealt with an ex-girlfriend with an anxious attachment style, and did she come back? How did you respond? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.